Okay, it's time for us to have our final conversation for the day.
Yes, of course. And lastly, we have with us Thecla Uzozie, who is a multifaceted artist who sees different mediums of creativity as vessels to convey ideas.
She is amazing. Thecla is someone who has mastered the art of storytelling on all forms. Now, she's also creating, impacting positively with her creativity, a culture enthusiast, and she has a really major focus on African culture.
Of course.
She's been seizing every opportunity to propagate the Igbo culture, especially the language, and it's really evident in her work with NABU, which is developing children's books in Igbo language.
Yes. Amazing, amazing. Yeah. Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria. How does it feel having your bio read out?
It definitely feels really great.
We even left out the Netflix part.
Netflix part. We did.
Definitely have like movies that you scripted on and edited as well. Amazing, amazing. Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, so let's get into how the journey began. First of all, we've already mentioned Igbo language, and this is very key for you. It's a very big deal for you. How did you get into writing and learning Igbo so deeply?
So I grew up with parents who spoke the language to me. So in my immediate environment, I could speak, I could read, I could write from a very young age. So it wasn't really learning. It's just I picked it up from the environment. But writing actually started, I developed my gift for writing right from primary school. You know when they say write essays about yourself?
Yes.
I remember reading something I wrote in primary 5.
Wow.
A few months ago, and I'm like, oh, wow, okay. This didn't start today. So, yeah. Good schools, courtesy of my parents, and also because my father was a teacher, so that definitely did help.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Now we understand. So, but you know, it's a far cry understanding and learning from your parents, and then actually making it work for you financially speaking. You're earning from that gift.
Yes.
You're earning from that gift.
So let me ask this question, right? I mean, earning from the gift definitely got to a point where you realize, okay, you know what, I can do this. I don't think money was a goal when you started, right? So tell me, at what point did you get there and you're like, okay, you know what, I can actually translate books from English to the Igbo language? And like, why and what triggered that, really?
Well, it was just the right opportunity coming at the right time.
Okay.
For me, writing started because I bumped into a very horrible script.
Wow.
Yes, at an audition. That was how I started. I got into screenwriting. I just bumped into this horrible script. I'm like, wait a minute, but I can do this. So I started researching. But the Igbo opportunity with NABU came last year when I just saw an ad out there and, oh, they needed Igbo writers, children's books writers. And I felt that, oh, I could do this.
Okay.
I hadn't written anything for children at the time, so I just felt, oh, I could do this. Let me just apply. And I did.
Okay.
And they asked me, have you written anything for children? I said, no, but I am a certified teacher. I actually studied education English in school.
Wow.
Yes, so I'm a teacher as well. So I'm like, since I can teach children, I mean, we all did teaching practice.
Okay.
So I think this is something I can do. And I got the opportunity and I found that I would be writing in Igbo language. It just made sense that every experience that I've had
growing up,
led up to this moment. It was really fulfilling.
Amazing.
Fabulous.
You mentioned audition.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so what was that? What were you auditioning for?
Even though a lot of people know me more now as a writer and producer, I started off my creative journey as an actor. Yes. And I remember landing my first role for my second audition, and I was thinking, a talented woman and more. So it's all the way up from here.
Oh, nice.
Amazing.
But then you audition, and the reality hits you. Maybe this is not as
easy.
Yeah, it's not easy as it seems. And then as I was auditioning, I remember I had passed the first stage, and they gave me sides to read for the second stage of the audition. I looked at the sides. I'm like, okay, this. Now, wow, why is this looking this way? I didn't know what a script would look like, even having been on a set before as an extra. You don't get to see the script. Yeah, so I didn't know what an actual script looks like, but then I knew something was off about this. I told myself, but I can write this. So
Yeah.
what I did was I went online, started searching for scripts. Maleficent was my favorite movie at the time.
Wow.
So I had it, and then I went, collected the script, and read. As I was reading the script, I was looking at the movie, finding the differences. And I didn't even know anything about screenwriting softwares at the time, so I used Microsoft Word. Yeah. So I started with Microsoft
That was
Word.
it.
Yeah,
And that was it. Amazing, you see? One thing led to another, and you're here.
There's a project that's, is it out yet or it's just about to come out?
Oh, it's about to come out.
It's about to come out that you played a major part in. And I know you want to talk about it, so let us know what it's about.
Oh, well, it's one of the projects that I'm super, super proud of. Very grateful to have been a part of. Tokumbo, directed by Ramsey Noah, produced by Chris Ode, yeah.
Ramsey Noah. You don't whisper when you mention his name.
The
You say it well. Ramsey Noah. Yeah.
Apologies. Let me go back.
Exactly.
Ramsey Noah.
Exactly.
Yes, and produced by Chris Ode. And I have the opportunity, or I have been fortunate to be a co-writer on the project alongside Todimu Adegoke and
Who's the lead in this?
Gideon Okike.
Gideon.
Phenomenal Gideon Okike.
wow.
And
Wow.
it's such a character, Tokumbo. So it's such an amazing, amazing project that I'm super proud of, and I can't wait for everyone else to see.
Amazing. We definitely cannot wait to see it. I have worked with Gideon before, and of course, phenomenal. Literally doesn't even cut it. Right? So now I'm going to ask you this question, right? In production school, we usually have clashes with writers, right? Sometimes the interpretation, right? So the same thing you said for Maleficent, you actually were looking for the difference with the script and the actual movie. So do you struggle with that? Let's talk about the past products you've worked on. So you see this actor, like, I'm not delivering my lines. Do you actually have that, and how do you deal with it?
So it's, I've evolved. Yes, as a creative person, I've evolved.
Okay.
And because I started off as an actor, I saw things from in front of the camera.
Yeah.
And then I moved to writing, and then I began to see things a little differently.
Yeah.
And then I moved to producing.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah, so I've actually
right,
done, so I understand. And even when I'm writing, I'm telling myself, sister, are you sure?
They will
Can
deliver
you
this.
deliver?
Yes,
Yes. And I'm
yes.
thinking from the producer's point of view, well, you know, it's more of being realistic.
Yes.
What is achievable
Yes.
while you're trying to be creative? I mean, you can be very creative with.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, writers have the way of, but producers have to reel them in. So you have all of that in you.
Directors
The writer-
actually worse because, yes, directors actually worse because sometimes they are quite insistent, and that's something I'm still exploring as well.
So what's your favorite cap? Is it writer? Is it producer? Is it actor?
Acting, actually.
Really?
Yes, and funnily enough, Tokumbo is going to be out on the 23rd of August, and I played a small part.
Okay.
Yes, I was a newscaster on the...
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
And I remember it was quite a struggle. I don't like to be in things that I write.
Okay.
Okay, so because I was going to ask, are you going to literally write for yourself?
No, I don't like to be in things that I write. So I prefer someone giving me something I had never seen before, and I have a unique perspective to it. And it's very interesting when you see what you've written and people's interpretation to it. And that was exactly what happened with Tokumbo. I was on set, so I saw how it was interpreted.